Now continuing our discussion on reflection transform, we'll take another problem. Okay, find reflection of rectangle. So original figure is a rectangle having coordinates a 5,1, b 7,1, c 7,2 and d 5,2 about a line y equal to 2x minus c minus 6. Okay, so we need to find out the reflection of this rectangle about a line y equal to 2x minus 6. Okay, y equal to 2x minus 6. Okay, so have you got the problem? So reflection of a rectangle about this line. Now this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Okay, now this line y equal to y equal to 2x minus 6. Now if you compare y equal to mx plus c, then the value of c is minus 6. M is what? M is equal to 2. So tan theta is equal to 2 and theta equal to tan inverse of 2, that is equal to 63.43 degree. Okay, that means this line y equal to 2x minus 6 is passing through minus 6. Okay, y intercept is minus 6, that means this is minus 6 or 0 comma minus 6. Okay, it is passing through minus 6 and it is inclined at 63.43 with the horizontal axis, x-axis. Okay, that means this is line y equal to 2x minus 6. Okay, minus 6 is nothing but the y-intercept. Okay, and the inclination of this line is theta, that is theta equal to 63.43. And we have given a rectangle. A 5,1, B 7,1, C 7,2 and D as 5,2. And we need to find out the reflection of this rectangle about this line y equal to 2x minus 6. Okay. Again, we are not knowing a reflection about any arbitrary line. Okay, we are knowing a reflection matrix only about the two principal axes, x-axis and y-axis. So our primary job is to make this line coincide with any of the principal axis and then carry out the reflection transformation. Okay, now to coincide this line with, say, x-axis, will coincide this line with the x-axis. So to coincide this line with the x-axis, first we have to translate this line so that it passes through origin. Here this line is not passing through origin. So our first transformation, our first job is to translate this line so that it passes through origin. Now to make this line passing through origin, we have to translate by tx equal to 0 and ty equal to 6. Okay, because we need to translate this line by 6 units in positive direction. Okay, so to make it 0 0, we need to add 6 here. Okay, so this is 0, so 0 0. So to make it 0 0, the value of tx is equal to 0 and value of ty is equal to 6. Okay, so first is first transformation is translation, and translation transformation is 1 0 0 0 1 0, value of tx is 0, ty is 6 and 1. Okay, so after this transformation, now this line, after this translation, now this line is parallel, but now it is passing through origin. Now it is passing through origin. The inclination of this line is same, 63.43, but because of the translation, now this line is shifted so that it is passing through origin. Okay, now our second transformation would be, now to make this line coincide with principal axis, now we'll rotate this line in clockwise direction by angle 63.43. So second transformation is rotation about origin by angle theta equal to minus 63.43 degree. Minus is because we are rotating in clockwise direction. Okay, so this RO matrix would be cos of minus 63.43 sine of minus 63.43 0 minus sine minus 63.43 cos of minus 63.43 0 0 0 1. Okay, now after this rotation, now this line is coinciding with x-axis. Now you can take the deflection about x-axis matrix. So third transformation is reflection about x-axis. So m of x is x बोला तो y पोजीशन पे -1, so 1 0 0 0 minus 1 0 0 0 1. Now we have reflected. Now it's time to put the line on its original position. So यहाँ पे हम जिस डायरेक्शन से आए थे, वापस जाते समय इसके एग्जैक्टली अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में जाएंगे. पहले हमने ट्रांसलेट किया, फिर रोटेट किया, अब उसके बाद रिफ्लेक्ट किया. अब वापस जाते समय पहले बैक रोटेट करेंगे एंड देन बैक ट्रांसलेट करेंगे. सो फोर्थ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इज बैक रोटेशन. Okay, so back rotation matrix, that is RO inverse. So to obtain a back rotation matrix of the original rotation matrix, you just have to shift the sign from here to here. Okay, we are not written the value here. So if you calculate cos of this and all this, then the values are 0.447 minus 0.894 0, 0.8943, 0.447, 0, 0, 0, 1. So this is the original rotation matrix, and to obtain the back rotation matrix of this original rotation matrix, you just have to shift the negative sign here. Okay, so the back rotation matrix would be 0.447, 0.8943, 0 minus 0.8943, 0.447, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, this is back rotation. And after back rotation, the last one is back translation. So fifth one is back translation. So this is a T matrix. So back translation will be T inverse matrix. And this back translation matrix of original translation matrix can be obtained by changing the sign of Tx and Ty. Okay, you just have to change the sign from positive to negative or negative to positive of the original translation matrix. Okay, so back translation matrix would be 1 0 0 0 1 0. Now here Tx is 0, so again it is 0. Ty is 6, so it becomes minus 6 and 1. Okay, so these are the series of transformations that are to be carried out for taking a reflection about a line y equal to 2x minus 6. Now you obtain the total transformation matrix by multiplying all the 5 matrices in correct sequence. Okay, so we multiply all the 5 matrices in correct sequence. Our first one was translation, second one was rotation about origin matrix, third one was reflection about x-axis, fourth one was back rotation, and fifth one was back translation. Okay, so you multiply all the 5 matrices to obtain the total transformation matrix. So it will be minus 0.6, 0.8, 0, 0.8, 0.6, 0, 4.8, minus 2.4, 1. Okay. And then you can find out the coordinates of the reflected rectangle by multiplying the original coordinates with the total transformation matrix. Okay, so multiply the coordinates of original rectangle with this total transformation matrix, you will get the coordinates of reflected rectangle. Okay, so hope you understand the reflection about y equal to 2x minus c problem. Now the second and the last of the special transform is shear transform. Okay, shearing. We have always used this term shearing in machine design. Okay, so shear transform. There are two types of shear transform. First is shear transform in x direction. and second one is shear transform in y direction. Okay. Now what is this shear transform in x direction? Now consider this is our original rectangle. Okay, this is a original rectangle and we are applying a force here. Consider this is a plate. Consider this A, B, C, D is a plate and we are applying a force in x direction. Okay, so this sheet will get shifted in this direction, right? So this distance is SHX. This is shearing along x direction. Okay, so this plate will shift. It will from rectangle to it becomes a parallelogram, and this distance from this to this is the shear distance along x direction, and the matrix for shearing along x direction is given as SHX is equal to 1 0 0 SHX 1 0 0 0 1, where this HSX is nothing but this value. The amount by which the original figure is shifted along x direction. Okay, so this is shearing along x direction. Then what is shearing along y direction? Now for that, again consider a rectangle A, B, C, D, or rectangular plate A, B, C, D, and we are applying this time force in y direction. We are applying the force in y direction. So obviously because of the force, this rectangle would shift something like this. Okay, and because of this shifting, this point C is now taken a new position as C dash, and this distance and this distance is same. Okay, this point shifting of point B and shifting of point C is of same distance, and this distance is SHY, that is shearing along y direction. Okay, and the matrix for shear along y direction is given as 1 SHY 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, where this SHY is nothing but this distance. Okay, so this is a shear transform, and always a small question of 2 marks or 3 marks is asked on this shear transform. So whenever there is a question, write down shear transform. So in that case you have to specify the 2 types, that is shear along x direction and shear along y direction. Then you have to explain it by these 2 diagrams, shearing along x direction and shearing along y direction, and then you have to mention the matrix, shear along x axis matrix and shear along y axis matrix. Okay, so this much information is sufficient for 2 to 3 marks. Okay, so hope you understand this shear transform, and with this we have come to an end of 2D transformation part. Okay, thank you.